Hey everyone, Alpha Eagle here again. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing well, and may God bless you all. I've got some bad news. The Fandom Initiative guys have finally got me. They've exposed me. They've exposed me as someone who is against racism. Yes, it's true. I confess. I'm against racism, guys. I can't hide anymore. I'm not racist. There, I said it. So what happened was the Fandom Initiative had a live stream titled Tucker Carlson's Effect on Fan Culture. By the way, that title was just clickbait. I might be wrong, but I don't believe they talked about Tucker Carlson at all. So they lied to their audience already. But someone they did talk about was yours truly. And as usual, I have nothing against the Fandom Initiative, and I will provide a link to their video in the description. Anyway, let's hear what they had to say.
Bob, I see you got something loaded up there. I hope you do have
Oh,
the appropriate censorship happening there.
yes, the appropriate censorship. Well, this is just something I thought would be interesting to look at because our haters have interesting standards. So,
First, I'd like to say I'm not a hater. I try to get along with everyone. Unfortunately, sometimes I fail. And more often than not, the hate is directed at me, but I usually don't return the hate. That's just not me. If anyone from the Fandom Initiative is listening, which I doubt they are since they hate dissenting opinions and prefer to stay in their echo chambers, and they block anyone who dares to disagree with them. But if they are listening, I want them to know that I don't hate them. I only criticize them for their extremely bad takes, their attacks on innocent fellow YouTubers, and their disingenuousness, if that's a real word. Well, either they're disingenuous or they are willfully ignorant. Perhaps a bit of both. Regardless, I don't hate them. Let's continue.
actual fandom calls Eric July a chunky. He even censors the monkey. Just that was awful.
It's
That was-
basically the N-word, right? Like, I mean,
yeah.
Now, you can hear in their voices that they are making light of what they said. For those of you who don't know, this is 100% fact. Actual fandom did use that phrase to insult Eric July.
but the point is like, dude, you just a few years ago were a chunky monkey.
Now, this phrase may not be on the ADL's list of racial slurs, but who made them the arbiter of what's racist and what's not? Frankly, the left are always moving the goalpost on what's racist and what's not. Regardless, actual fandom himself found a story in which some people did find this phrase racist.
In terms of racism, was a woman who apparently is a Reddit post, woman who has a mixed race kid. She called her kid chunky in the grocery store, and some lady flipped the fuck out on her, saying that's racist and stuff like that.
So, thank you to actual fandom for proving my point for me. And my point is that some people did find that phrase offensive. And you did compare a black person to an animal, which is a known racist comparison. So, at the very least, you made a very poor choice of words. And even to this day, I don't believe you ever apologized to Eric July. But notice how they downplay their insults.
Oh, I know whose
Fandom
channel that
Initiative
is.
and Willis Creedy. I don't recognize it at all.
By the way, notice that their token queer, Eric's Reloaded, recognized my thumbnails. I don't understand why they even bothered to censor them. Anyone who sees my thumbnails know that they are talking about me. I mean, did they think that I wouldn't notice my own thumbnails? Who knows? Insulted that they didn't actually mention my channel name. By the way, I hope that Eric's Reloaded realizes that he is a token. The only reason they have him there is because he's gay. Anyway.
An uncle censor that because that was very racist. That was very racist.
Again, they're downplaying their racism. One of their members, Willis Greedia, did call Eric July that slur.
Yeah, Uncle for real.
Ooh.
Yeah, I said it.
See that they are noticeably shocked that he said it. So they know that what he did was wrong.
Yeah.
Remember, it was me that said nobody else had anything to do with it. So when you go
I'm just so
labeling anybody else,
Well, I mean, I know. Look, Reggie's said it about Eric July before, so I mean, I wouldn't necessarily repeat it, but I don't think
Actual fandom knows that it's wrong and says that he would not say it.
make it clear that nobody here influenced me, or if you guys don't endorse it, I understand. I said it.
Willis Sgradia even says that he will take the blame for it. Nobody says something like that if they didn't know that they said something wrong. According to Wikipedia, UT is a racial slur, and in South Africa, the use of it is racist and discriminatory according to the Promotion of Equality and Prevention of Unfair Discrimination Act. So the Fandom Initiative's downplaying of their racial slurs is frankly disgusting, and they think it's funny. Continuing.
And here's Turf. White people are a problem in film.
That's another fact. Turf Nation did say that white people in film are a problem.
Casting a black woman to play Ariel in a Disney movie is not a problem, because first of all, the skin color doesn't matter to that story, and second of all, it's an attempt to set things right. Cinema throughout it.
See, Turf Nation said that casting a black Ariel is an attempt to set things right, inferring that there is a problem with Ariel being white. So what's exactly wrong with Ariel being white, Turf Nation?
Its history has always been white, male-dominated. Most movies and TV shows have a plethora of white heroes and main characters and important characters in general, and not nearly as many people of color or from different ethnicities.
See, Turf Nation thinks that white people in film is a problem that needs to be fixed. So Turf Nation is just as much of an anti-white racist as the rest of the Fandom Initiative. There's also another time when actual fandom was being racist that they are forgetting. He said F white people.
Fucking white people.
So not only are they racist to black people, but they also hate their own race. Unfortunately, this is very common among white liberals, or AIDS commies as I call them. They are racist in every possible way. In an attempt to virtue signal and prove how supposedly not racist they are, they will be racist to their own race, to try to prove to non-whites that they are one of the good whites. Also racist to non-whites, and especially black people, in two ways. One, they don't see non-whites as their equals. They look down on non-whites. They say non-whites as permanent victims who need their protection. This is called the white savior complex. The second way that they are racist is that they think that they know what's best for non-white people. And any time a non-white person steps out of line, they feel justified in calling them racial slurs, as I've just shown you. Anyway, let's continue.
No, I mean, this is obviously a guy who cares a lot about racism and race issues. So it's important that, for him, it's important to call it out. Which is also...
Now, it's obvious that organized chaos is being sarcastic about me. But it's true. It's very important to me that I call out racism in all its forms, and from all sides, including anti-white racism, which they are about to show you right now.
I defend Scott Adams.
Oops.
So,
Oopsie.
Yeah. It just...
That's exactly why I defended Scott Adams. Unfortunately, the media lied and claimed that he was the one who was being racist, when it was the complete opposite. He was defending himself from racist people. People calling Scott Adams a racist are completely ignoring the poll that showed the alarming number of racist black people in this country. These AIDS commies claim to hate corporations, yet they believe the lies by the corporate media.
This kind of shows these guys have no standards.
Well, they have double standards.
Well, yeah, true, double standards. You know, I mean, if they didn't have that, they'd have nothing at all.
What double standard are you talking about? They think this is some kind of gotcha? This only proves my consistency. Not only do I point out anti-black racism, but I also point out anti-white racism. They are the ones who are inconsistent. You'll never hear these guys point out any anti-white racism. And I welcome being proven wrong. Go ahead, Fandom Initiative. Prove me wrong. Point out anti-white racism. They'll never do it since they are actual racists who hate white people. Anyway, that's about it for this video. I'm Alpha Eagle. God bless you for watching. God bless America. And I pray that the Fandom Initiative stops being racist to both white and non-white people.